bit right here, and really looks really nice right there, I gotta say, and really like the way it's coming out, and so it's a little bit scary. So anyway, here goes. So to start with, try to maybe put, I don't know what to do here because we don't really want to mess it up. I guess we're gonna work more on this area back here. So we have kind of uh, we did sort of get a little too poetic as we've gone a bit away from what you actually see with observation. But anyway, just trying to get something happening back here in the. I don't know if that really looks good or not, but I guess it does look kind of nice. Okay, anyway, so try that was kind of a violet gray. Here I'm trying to go with a more cooler gray, and uh, just trying to lay down some uh, things to makes this look like cloth in the back. So I kind of gave up on a realistic depiction of what's back there, but you know we need to have something back there that definitely says hello, we're cloth. And let's see, try. Here I'm just rubbing some water on this. I'm going to try to make like a highlight. It's a little late since this first bunch of paint went on there 2 days ago, but we'll see. Maybe if we're lucky, we'll get a kind of a highlight there. So let the water kind of soak in, and oh, okay, we got a highlight, kind of, sort of. Okay, so now we're warmed up, so let's try to hit bold, rich tones in the onion itself. Starting out with this color that is called quinacridone deep gold, and I'm mixing that with the gray we just used because we don't want to be using anything straight out of the tube. And so we're going to try and hit this area right here, and let's just see how that looks. Okay, looks good. And so I'm going to try up here a little bit, and let's try to hit some of those ribs. And I'm going to try to get a more intense version of that color and just try to get some of these ribs here. At this stage, we really got to get uh, some intensity happening here, and it's scary, but we must be bold. Up here, it's the same color, but on the gray side. So I'm mixing blue with that color I just painted, and let's just, well, that's not really on the gray side. We need more. I'm gonna put some more blue, and there's like a blotch of gray here. Let's see if we put that in. And down here, sort of an area of a similar gray. Okay, that's nice. This, something like that. And now let's kind of have a little yellow thing peeking out here. And there's definitely a sharp yellow right there. We'll put that. And since we're gonna layer over this stuff anyway, this is kind of like a straw color up here. So by putting this yellow down now, if we put some browns in there after, I'm gonna just pick up some of this paint right here, because that would be a good place for like a pretty highlight. So now we got like a greenish. Oh, I see. We can't see the thing. I don't know what's happening here with this light. Okay, we got like a greenish area right here, so I'm going to try to hit this greenish area. And so what I have here is this color called India Yellow. Is that it? I don't know if that's it. Really don't know if that's India Yellow, but anyway, we have this this weird kind of yellow ochre greenish color here, and so I'm using that as a basis to get this area up here. We just want to so I mix it with a little blue, and we're just going to try to hint at this. They got ribs in there, and that looks good. You know, back to my, I keep repeating myself, but you know, it's we don't want to have the same color in a bunch of different places, both near and far. Here I got a more intense yellow. I'm just going to put a more intense yellow here. Same brush, and what basically it was mixing more intense yellow with this color right there. And let's try to go here. Okay, that looks good. And now let's just hit that. When you have the paint sit there for a minute, then if you blot it up, a lot of paint remains like a stain, and so that is helpful to get like a subtle color. Now I got kind of a golden color, which is more or less a cadmium yellow deep, I think, but I'm watering it down and mixing it with this very faint green, and I'm just going to try to go right here. And boy, I hope we're not messing this up. What do you think? Are we messing it up? Now I want to lean into green, so I'm going to mix some something that looks like ultramarine blue. I don't know if it really is. It might be a phthalo blue, but now I got a green, and let's just see about here. And it's all right, not good, not great. There, pick some of that up. And where else might we want some little green hints? I guess right here. That looks good. Wow, not bad. Okay. Let's see what's happening here. Okay. Whoops, we don't want that there. Yeah, just dropped some yellow down there, and then not a good place. Okay, now how about we continue with this area here where it's like straw, And I guess we're going to take a bit of this brown, and then mix in some blue, get kind of a straw gray color. And here goes. Okay, nice. Now let's get a little darker. This thing is kind of like burnt umber, but we're mixing it with the exact same paint that we just used. So, okay. Okay, it looks weird, but wait. Get more layers on there. Maybe it'll be looking better. And how about if we just do right here? That looked good, and let's have a bit right there. Looks pretty good. And now I'm going to pick some red and mix it with the gold that we tried to put right there, because we need a more bold color right here. Let's go here and a little up there. Now let's sort of smear that around. Okay, now I want to go on the yellow side of that. Go right here. I don't know if we're really improving. I hope we are, but I really don't know if we are. I'm going to go here and try to take out this highlight. Might be too late. Oh, let's try to get more of the bronze look right there. Okay. And just try to go more bronze right there. Now we have a highlight and shadow that's right here. I'm going to try to pull that out with pretty much the color I just used plus water. I'm just going to paint this area here because there is a highlight there, which is actually light bouncing off this white and going up. And so, you know, this is still kind of like a loose version of that color, just painting that on. And now I'm gonna, and so we're sort of picking up some of that paint. Let's also try to get a little bit right here. This is still wet from our recent attempt at this area. So now I think a good highlight right here would be good. Just rubbing the more or less straight water right there, and then blot up. Okay, we got a good highlight. I don't know about that area if it's that great, but whatever. Let's just keep going. Next, I want to bring this up to that look. So I'm going back to the bronze color. This should be leaning towards yellow green. But anyway, let's just try to get some of that down here. And here, this should really have a highlight right there. Rubbing with water. There, we got a good highlight coming. I remember when we did this red, we said, well, that's not so great, but whatever, we just keep going. All right, now I got a good highlight there. That's nice. We want to get this color here, or at least represent it with something, and I'm gonna mix this. Go on the yellow side of this bronze color here, and just try to hit right here. Okay, that looks good. And then we put blue there because that's a highlight in shadow, and I'm just gonna hold on to that blue for now. And then we got some onion skin right here, so we're going to try to hit that with a maybe a shocking red. And that's like a puddle right now, but I'm going to leave it the puddle there and then blot it up after it gets a chance to stain into the paper. And meanwhile, the same color, I think I'm going to go right here to accentuate this area, and maybe we can get some good looking ribs. And try to lift some of this paint off. And lift it off we did. Okay, that's been sitting there long enough. I'm just gonna take the water out of the brush and touch it here and try to pick up some of this puddle. And likewise for this, and hopefully we're just gonna leave a more subtle uh, hint. And as we layer along, hopefully that will be less, obvious that that we put that there. All right. Meanwhile, we want to get there's this you see this all these dots here that represent the border of the um, whatever you call that. And so rather than have the same color dots everywhere, I started with the orange sort of look, and now I've got kind of a brown. And now I'm going to go even a deeper brown by mixing some Magneta. So let's see. I don't know if this is a good idea. We're going to find out later if this was a good idea. And get rid of that puddle so I can come in with these important strokes. Okay, well that looks it looks like something, right? Anyway, I'm gonna try to accent this dark, and let's see if we can. I really don't like having any lines in a watercolor, but having said that, I just put a line. All right, that's starting to look like something right there. Okay, now this really needs more richness right there, so I'm going to try to go back to this golden bronze. Take this magnetic color here. I'm mixing the cadmium yellow deep into that. And let's see if we can. Okay, so we wanted to have. Okay, so there's a shadow right there. And so I'm going to try to capture the shadow with this color here. So here. And we shall see if that was a good idea to do that or not. There's also a shadow right here, but I want to lean into a cool color, or at least go a little cooler. So here I'm mixing blue with that color I just had. Critical line right here. This is where the whatchamacallit meets the I mean this really I'm a little off on the thing there, but this is this edge I think is a really important area, and I wish it wasn't green, but it is green, so we're just gonna work with the green. And so now I'm going to make the brush damp. I'm going to try to have this kind of a little more subtle. And now I'm going to try to remove some paint right there. So this way we keep the edge, but and I don't know what the heck that is there. Now we need a more of a red bronze thing here. Let's go right there. And let's try to get some of those ribs in here. That was good, except for this one little spot right here. I'm going to try to blot that a little bit. And I want to get a little darker on this shadow. I'm just going to I got some blue here, just going to try to, that's a bit much on the, now mixing blue with the Magnetic-Color. Let's see if we can get this. And I'm going to try and make a slight highlight right here. There sure is a slight highlight there. Really, this is not, this is more of a gold color we want in this area. So anyway, I don't know about that shadow, but yeah, whatever. Let's try to just take out a few light that's good. We could get some more like that, it'd be good. Right here. I'm sure that we'll be happy about those highlights. And now, now I see a reflection of this this thing here. I'm seeing a reflection of that right there. So I'm going to try to pull that out. So it didn't really pull out as much as I'd like. Next, I'm going to take the, what number is that? Oh, number 8 brush, which is somehow my smallest treacle brush now, and I want to try to hit some of these details that are right here, because I think that will help us to, oh, hi, Alisar, thank you for the comment, and appreciate the compliment. So trying to do this, some kind of areas up here, and it's mostly light brown, but there are a few, darks just peppered in there, and then there's a little bit here, and maybe just like one more right there, and here. Okay, now let's go to, without removing a lot of that paint, I'm going to go into a thing which is kind of like a reddish burnt umber, just to kind of, okay, good. And now we want a lighter, kind of this straw color again, but with a kind of a red influence. red influence straw color. That would work out good right here, our red influence straw color. So let's just boldly put some right there, and yes, that looks good. Wow. Okay, now back to the original plan, which is to try to do this here. Let's see about that, and I just put a little bit right there. Okay, and you know this paper here, I mean this, the onion skin there, we don't necessarily have to really do all of this, but I guess, we did start that. Let's put a little bit more there. That's nice. And now we need, we're just gonna go with a super faint gray and just kind of hit that right there. All right, now it's looking okay. I mean, we went, we put something in there. I think we could probably just put a little thing right here. I don't know if that really helped. Could go put the dots that are here. I don't know if that helped. I think a highlight right here would be good. I'm just gonna rub this with water and blot it up. Okay, we definitely got a highlight happening. That's good. And this, I don't know, it's great, but it's coming along. I mean, what we got is a round onion, and there's a shadow there. We definitely need a dark right here. I guess we could put that in now. Why wait? I'm about to say that's good for today, but let's just put this right here. There's a critical shadow. And now I'm gonna take off most of the water from the brush, and now I got a damp brush. I want to just extend this line so it doesn't just end abruptly. And let's see about this. Okay, and now I'm going to try to maybe remove just some of this paint right there. I don't know if that was a good idea. This is definitely like white, what we want right here, so try to remove the paint there. And this does go up, so with a damp brush, I'm just going to try to coax that paint up here. And then here, there's a shadow of the towel. I'm just going to put a little bit here. And this little area that I'm rubbing on right there is an unwanted dark, so I'm just trying to remove, and it's not coming off, but maybe later. All right, well, I think what we got here is we have assisted on this shadow here. We started adding depth and circumstance, looking darn good. And then here we have advanced things a bit. There's a little bit more. You can sort of see the shape a little bit more, and I think all in all, it's coming along really pretty good. I see that we're going to need to put more form and structure into the towel on that side. Would probably be a good thing to do next. And all in all, it's coming out great. I appreciate everybody who came out to watch the real-time watercolor painting today. And so till next time, art fun, draw, paint daily.